and copyright-safe audiobook-style summary. Part 1 Introduction plus Fundamental Techniques. The psychology of human connection, why most people fail at relationships. The shocking truth about human nature. Imagine this. You're at a party. Someone walks up to you, immediately starts talking about themselves, interrupts when you speak, and then, when you disagree with them, tells you why you're wrong. How do you feel? Annoyed? Defensive? Eager to leave? Now flip the script. You're at the same party. Someone walks up, asks about your life, listens intently, smiles, remembers your name, and makes you feel important. How do you feel now? Valued? Understood? Like you've made a new friend? This isn't just social etiquette, it's human psychology, and Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People is the ultimate guide to mastering it. Why this book is a legend 84 years later. Written in 1936, this book has sold over 30 million copies, making it one of the best-selling books of all time. Why? Because human nature hasn't changed. We still crave recognition, we want to feel important. Hate criticism, it makes us defensive. Resist being told what to do, we want to feel in control. Love people who make us feel good, we seek out those who appreciate us. And Carnegie's principles work in every area of life. Business, closing deals, leading teams, negotiating. Relationships, dating, friendships, family. Social influence, persuasion, networking, leadership. But here's the problem. Most people read this book and forget it. They nod along, think that makes sense, and then go back to their old habits. That's why I'm not just summarizing this book, I'm rewiring how you think about human interaction. By the end of this video, you'll never see relationships the same way again. Part 1. Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. The 3 core principles that change everything. Principle number 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Why your judgments are sabotaging your success. The hard truth, you cannot change someone by telling them they're wrong. Why? Because criticism triggers defensiveness. Think about the last time someone corrected you in front of others. Did you think, wow, they're so smart, I should listen to them? Or did you think, who do they think they are? I'll prove them wrong. Exactly. The science behind it. B.F. Skinner's research, the father of behavioral psychology, proved that animals and humans learn better from rewards than punishment. Criticism began short-term pain, long-term resentment. Understanding plus encouragement. Real change. Real-world example. A pilot once landed a plane safely after both engines failed, only to find out a mechanic had filled it with jet fuel by mistake. Instead of yelling at the mechanic, the pilot smiled and said, "To show my faith in you, I want you to service my plane next time." Result? The mechanic never made the same mistake again. Why this works? People don't criticize themselves, no matter how wrong they are. Criticism hurts pride, and people will hold on to resentment for years. Understanding disarms them, making them more open to change. How to apply this today? Don't say, "You're wrong. Here's why." Do say, "I see your point. Here's another way to look at it." Key takeaway. Any fool can criticize, and most fools do. But it takes character to be understanding and forgiving. Principle number 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. The one human desire most people ignore. The hidden force driving all human behavior. We all want to feel important. Why do people climb mountains? To feel accomplished. Why do people write books? To leave a legacy. Why do people build businesses? To create something meaningful. It's not about money, it's about significance. The problem, most people don't feel appreciated. At work, they're just a cog in the machine. At home, they're taken for granted. In friendships, they're only contacted when someone needs something. The solution? Give honest, sincere appreciation. But here's the catch. Flattery. Fake. People see right through it. Appreciation. Real. It comes from genuine observation. Real-world example. A manager noticed an employee was doing great work, but instead of a generic "good job," he said, "The way you handled that client call was incredible. Your patience and problem-solving saved us a major headache." Result? The employee felt valued and worked even harder. Why this works? People crave recognition. It's a basic human need. Sincere praise builds loyalty. People will go the extra mile for those who appreciate them. It costs nothing but pays massive dividends. How to apply this today? Don't say "good job," too vague. Do say, I really appreciated how you specific action. It made a huge difference because result. Key takeaway. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. Principle number 3, appeal to what they want, not what you want. The secret to influencing anyone. The fishing principle. If you're fishing for trout, do you use cheesecake as bait? No, you use worms because that's what trout want. The same rule applies to people. Most people make this mistake. They only talk about what they want. Salespeople pitch their product without understanding the customer's needs. Managers give orders without explaining the benefit to the employee. Friends only talk about themselves without asking about the other person's life. The solution? Talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Real-world example. Dale Carnegie, one of the richest men in history, wanted his sister-in-law's kids to write back to him. Instead of begging them to reply, he sent a letter saying, "I'm sending you $5 for your birthday." But he left the money out. Result? They immediately wrote back, asking where the money was. Why this works? People are self-interested. They care about their own needs first. If you help them get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. It's not manipulation, it's collaboration. How to apply this today? Before you ask for something, ask, what does this person want? How can I help them get it? Key takeaway. The only way to influence someone is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Part 1 recap. The 3 fundamental techniques. 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. It backfires. 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. People crave recognition. To appeal to what they want, not what you want. Your challenge. Pick one of these principles and apply it today. Will you stop criticizing for 24 hours? Will you give someone sincere appreciation? Will you focus on what someone else wants before asking for something? Comment below. I'm trying principle not task today. Part 2, 6 ways to make people like you. How to become the most likable person in the room. The number 1 mistake that pushes people away. Most people try to be interesting. But the real secret to likability? Be interested. Why? Because people love talking about themselves. In conversations, they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. In group photos, they don't look at your face, they look at theirs. In arguments, they don't care about your point, they care about being right. The solution? Become genuinely interested in others. But here's the catch. Most people fake it. They ask, "How are you?" but don't listen to the answer. What do you do? But already planning their next question. Real interest bucks deep listening follow-up questions. Technique number 1, become genuinely interested in other people. The dog principle. Why dogs are universally loved. Why are dogs so likable? They're always excited to see you. They listen without interrupting. They make you feel like the most important person in the world. You can do the same without barking. How? Ask questions about their life, goals, and struggles. Remember details, e.g. their kid's name, their last vacation. Follow up, e.g. how did that presentation go last week? Real-world example. A salesman wanted to close a big deal, but the client kept dodging his calls. Instead of pitching his product, he asked about the client's hobby, golf. Result? The client opened up, they bonded over golf, and the salesman closed the deal. Why this works? People love those who show interest in them. You make them feel important. They'll associate you with positive feelings. How to apply this today? Don't say, "Let me tell you about my business." Do say, "What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now?" Key takeaway. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Technique number 2, smile, the instant likability hack. The Steinhardt experiment. How a smile changed a grumpy stockbroker's life. The power of a smile. It costs nothing, but pays massive dividends. It disarms people, making them more open to you. It makes you more attractive. People prefer happy faces. Real-world example. A grumpy stockbroker who rarely smiled decided to experiment. He forced himself to smile at his wife, the doorman, his colleagues. Result? More happiness in 2 months than the entire previous year. Easier to resolve complaints at work, more revenue and better relationships. Why this works? Smiles as instant likability. People mirror emotions. If you're happy, they'll feel happy around you. It's contagious. Smiles spread. How to apply this today? Smile when you meet someone new. Smile when you answer the phone. Smile when you're stressed. It tricks your brain into feeling better. Key takeaway. A smile says, I like you. You make me happy. I'm glad to see you. Technique number 3. Remember names. The sweetest sound in any language. Why forgetting names is a silent relationship killer. The hard truth. Forgetting someone's name is like saying, I don't care about you. Why? Because a name, one identity. It's how people introduce themselves. It's how they want to be seen. It's the first step in feeling recognized. Most people make this mistake. They hear a name and forget it 5 seconds later. How to remember names for good. 1. Pay attention when they say it. 2. Repeat it back. Nice to meet you, name. 3. Make a mental association, e.g., Tom Rav Tall Guy with a tattoo. Real-world example. A politician wanted to win over voters, so he memorized every name in his district. Result? He won by a landslide because people felt personally connected to him. Why this works? People love hearing their own name. It makes them feel important. It builds instant rapport. How to apply this today? Don't say, nice to meet you. What was your name again? Do say, nice to meet you, name. How do you spell that? Key takeaway. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Technique number 4. Be a good listener, the secret weapon of influencers. Why most people fail at conversations. The number 1 mistake in conversations. People are too busy thinking about what they'll say next. They don't listen. They just wait for their turn to talk. The solution? Become a master listener. How? Give 100% attention. No phone, no distractions. Ask follow-up questions. How did that make you feel? Relate to their struggles. I've been there too. Here's what helped me. Real-world example. A botanist, plant scientist, met someone at a party and talked for hours about exotic plants. Result? The other person thought the botanist was a fascinating conversationalist, even though he barely said a word. Why this works? People love feeling heard. You make them feel important. They'll associate you with positive feelings. How to apply this today? Don't say, that reminds me of a time when I... Do say, tell me more about that. Key takeaway. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Technique number 5. Talk in terms of their interests. The cheesecake vs. worms rule, how to influence anyone. The hard truth. People don't care about your interests. They care about theirs. Example. If you're selling a book, don't say, buy my book, it's amazing. Instead say, this book will save you 10 hours a week so you can spend more time on what matters to you. Why this works? People are self-interested. They care about their own needs first. If you help them get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. It's not manipulation, it's collaboration. Real-world example. A salesman wanted to sell more products, so he researched his clients' hobbies. Result? He closed more deals because he talked about what they cared about. How to apply this today? Before you ask for something, ask, what does this person want? How can I help them get it? Key takeaway. The royal road to a person's heart is to talk about the things he or she treasures most. Technique number 6. Make them feel important, sincerely. The superiority complex hack. Why people resist being told what to do. The hidden truth. Everyone thinks they're better than you in some way. The janitor thinks he's smarter than the CEO in some areas. The intern thinks she's more creative than the manager. The customer thinks they know more than the salesperson. The solution? Let them feel important. How? Ask for their opinion. What do you think we should do? Give them credit. This was your idea. It's brilliant. Avoid making them feel small. That's a great point. Tell me more. Real-world example. A manager wanted an employee to improve, so instead of criticizing, he said, I've noticed how detail-oriented you are. If we could apply that to specific task, it would make a huge difference. Result? The employee felt valued and improved immediately. Why this works? People crave importance. It's a basic human need. If you make them feel important, they'll work harder for you. It builds loyalty. How to apply this today? Don't say, you're wrong. Here's why. Do say, I see your point. Here's another way to look at it. Key takeaway. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. Part 2. Recap. The 6 ways to make people like you. 1. Become genuinely interested in others. Ask questions. Listen deeply. Or smile. It's contagious and disarming. Remember names. It makes people feel important. Or be a good listener. People love feeling heard. I talk about their interests, not yours. So make them feel important, sincerely. Your challenge: pick one of these techniques and apply it today. Will you ask more questions? Will you smile more? Will you remember someone's name? Comment below. I'm trying technique to attack today. Part 3. Win people to your way of thinking. How to persuade without being pushy. The number one mistake that kills persuasion. Most people try to win arguments, but here's the brutal truth. You can't win an argument. If you lose, you lose. If you win, they resent you. Why? Because people don't like being proven wrong. The solution? Avoid arguments altogether. But what if someone disagrees with you? Here's what to do instead. Principle number 1. The only way to win an argument? Avoid it. Why arguing is a lose-lose game. The hard truth: arguing with someone doesn't change their mind. It makes them dig in deeper. Real-world example. A husband and wife were arguing about where to go on vacation. He wanted the mountains. She wanted the beach. Result? They both got angry and didn't go anywhere. What should have happened? Instead of arguing, they should have asked questions. What do you love about the beach? What do you hate about the mountains? Why this works? People don't like being told they're wrong. Questions make them feel heard. They're more open to compromise. How to apply this today? Don't say, "You're wrong. Here's why." Do say, "I see your point." What makes you say that? Key takeaway. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Principle number 2. Begin in a friendly way. The honey versus vinegar rule. Why hostility breeds hostility. The hard truth: if you start with hostility, you'll get hostility back. Real-world example. A tenant got a rent increase notice and immediately got angry. Instead of complaining, he started with kindness. "I love living here. You've been a great landlord, but this increase is tough for me. Is there any way we can work something out?" Result? The landlord lowered the rent. Why this works? Kindness disarms people. It makes them more open to compromise. It builds goodwill. How to apply this today? Don't say, "This is unfair. You're taking advantage of me." Do say, "I really appreciate everything you've done. Is there any flexibility here?" Key takeaway. A drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. Principle number 3. Never say "you're wrong." Here's what to say instead. Why you're wrong triggers defensiveness. The hard truth: people will defend their beliefs to the death. Real-world example. A customer was overcharged and complained to the manager. Instead of saying, "You're wrong, the bill is correct," the manager said, "Let me double-check that for you." Sometimes mistakes happen. Result? The customer calmed down and the manager fixed the error. Why this works? People hate being told they're wrong. It makes them defensive. Questions make them think. How to apply this today? Don't say, "You're wrong. Here's why." Do say, "I see your point. What if we looked at it this way?" Key takeaway. You cannot teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself. Principle number 4. If you're wrong, admit it quickly. The Rex the dog story: how admitting fault disarms people. The hard truth: people want to feel important. If you admit fault, they can't attack you, they'll forgive you. Real-world example. A man got caught walking his dog without a leash twice. Instead of arguing, he immediately admitted his mistake. Result? The officer let him go. Why this works? It shows humility. It disarms the other person. It builds trust. How to apply this today? Don't say, "It's not my fault." Do say, "You're right, I messed up. I'll fix it." Key takeaway. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Principle number 5. Let them do most of the talking. The empty bottle technique. Why people need to feel heard. The hard truth: people need to fill their bottle, express themselves before they'll listen to you. If you interrupt, you empty the bottle and they start over. Real-world example. A salesman was struggling to close deals because he talked too much. Instead, he started asking questions and listening. Result? He closed more deals because customers felt heard. Why this works? People love talking about themselves. If they feel heard, they're more open to your ideas. It builds rapport. How to apply this today? Don't say, "Let me tell you why this is great." Do say, "What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now?" Key takeaway. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Principle number 6, see things from their perspective. The interview hack, how to get hired by solving their problems. The hard truth, people care about their own problems, not yours. Real-world example, a job candidate was struggling in interviews. Instead of thinking, how can I get this job? He thought, how can I solve their problems? Result, he got the job because he focused on their needs. Why this works? People hire or buy to solve their problems. If you help them, they'll help you. It's not manipulation, it's collaboration. How to apply this today? Before you ask for something, ask, what does this person want? How can I help them get it? Key takeaway, try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Principle number 7, be sympathetic. It's a superpower. Why sympathy disarms anger. The hard truth, people want to feel understood. If you validate their feelings, they'll listen to you. Real-world example, a customer was angry about a late delivery. Instead of saying, it's not our fault, there was a delay, the rep said, I completely understand why you're frustrated. Let me see what I can do. Result, the customer calmed down and the rep fixed the issue. Why this works? Sympathy disarms anger. It makes people feel heard. It builds trust. How to apply this today? Don't say, that's not a big deal. Do say, that sounds really frustrating. I'd feel the same way. Key takeaway. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. Principle number 8, get them to say yes early, the yes ladder. Why no is a dead end. The hard truth, once someone says no, they'll defend it. The solution? Start with questions they'll say yes to. Real-world example, sales pitch. Do you want to buy my book? They'll say no. Do you like saving time? Yes. Do you like learning new things? Yes. Then you'll love my book. It saves time and teaches you fast. Why this works? People like consistency. If they say yes early, they're more likely to say yes later. It's not manipulation, it's guiding them. How to apply this today? Before you ask for something, ask, do you agree that shared belief? Would you like desired outcome? Key takeaway. The skillful speaker gets at the outset a number of yes responses. Principle number 9, let them feel the idea is theirs. Why people resist your ideas. The hard truth, people love their own ideas more than yours. Real-world example, a manager wanted an employee to improve, but the employee resisted. Instead of saying, here's what you should do, the manager asked, what do you think we should do? Result, the employee came up with the solution and implemented it. Why this works? People like feeling in control. If they discover the solution, they'll own it. It's not manipulation, it's collaboration. How to apply this today? Don't say, here's what we should do. Do say, what do you think we should do? Key takeaway. People are more likely to accept an idea if they feel it's their own. Principle number 10, appeal to nobler motives. Why people justify their actions. The hard truth, people want to believe they're good people. Real-world example, a customer was breaking a contract. Instead of saying, you're breaking the agreement, the rep said, I know you're a person of integrity. Can we find a way to fix this? Result, the customer honored the contract. Why this works? People want to live up to their self-image. If you appeal to their higher values, they'll act accordingly. It's not manipulation, it's inspiration. How to apply this today? Don't say, you're breaking the rules. Do say, I know you're someone who keeps their word. Can we find a solution? Key takeaway. Appeal to the nobler motives. Principle number 11. Dramatize your ideas. Make them memorable. Why facts alone don't work. The hard truth. People remember stories, not stats. Real-world example. A cashier wanted to show how much money was being lost, so he threw pennies on the floor. Result? The owner fixed the problem immediately. Why this works? Stories makes emotion, makes memory. Dramatization makes ideas stick. It's not manipulation, it's communication. How to apply this today? Instead of saying, we're losing money, say, every day we don't fix this, we're losing the cost of a Mercedes. Key takeaway. Merely stating a truth isn't enough. The truth has to be made vivid, interesting, dramatic. Principle number 12. Throw down a challenge. People love to prove themselves. Why competition works. The hard truth. People hate losing. Real-world example. A manager wanted an employee to improve, so he said, "I don't blame you for being scared. This is a tough job. Only a big person could handle it." Result? The employee rose to the challenge. Why this works? People want to prove themselves. Challenges motivate. It's not manipulation, it's inspiration. How to apply this today? Instead of saying, "This is too hard for you," say, "This is a tough job. Only someone with real skill could handle it." Key takeaway. The way to get things done is to stimulate competition. Part 3, recap. The 12 ways to win people to your way of thinking. Avoid arguments, they backfire. To start friendly, kindness disarms. Never say, "You're wrong." It triggers defensiveness. Admit your mistakes quickly. It disarms people. Let them do most of the talking. People love feeling heard. 6, see things from their perspective. It builds empathy. 7, be sympathetic. It disarms anger. Get them to say yes early. It builds momentum. 9, let them feel the idea is theirs. People resist your ideas. Appeal to nobler motives. People want to be good. 11, dramatize your ideas. Make them memorable. 12, throw down a challenge. People love to prove themselves. Your challenge? Pick one of these principles and apply it today. Will you avoid an argument? Will you start with kindness? Will you let someone else talk more? Comment below. I'm trying principle task today. Part 4. Be a leader. Change people without giving offense. How to give feedback without resentment. The one mistake that kills leadership. Most leaders criticize first and praise later, but here's the problem. People reject criticism unless it's wrapped in praise. The solution? Start with praise, then give feedback. Principle number 1. Begin with praise. The sandwich method done right. Why criticism hurts and how to soften it. The hard truth. People reject criticism unless it's wrapped in praise. Real-world example. A manager wanted an employee to improve, but instead of criticizing, he started with praise. "Your work on the last project was excellent." The client loved it. "There's just one small thing we could tweak to make it even better." Result? The employee was open to feedback and improved immediately. Why this works? Praise makes people feel valued. It disarms defensiveness. It makes them more open to change. How to apply this today? Don't say, "Oh, your report was late and full of errors." Do say, "Your report was well researched. If we fix these small errors, it'll be perfect." Key takeaway. It's always easier to listen to unpleasant things after we've heard some praise. Principle number 2. Call attention to mistakes indirectly. Why direct criticism backfires. The hard truth. People know when they mess up. They don't need you to point it out. Real-world example. A manager saw a customer being ignored, so he helped the customer himself, then handed the sale to the employees. Result? They fixed the problem without being told. Why this works? People don't like being told what to do. Indirect feedback makes them feel in control. It preserves their pride. How to apply this today? Don't say you ignored that customer. Do say, "I noticed a customer needed help. Next time, let's make sure they feel welcome." Key takeaway. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Principle number 3. Talk about your own mistakes first. Why this works and how to do it. The hard truth. Admitting your own mistakes makes people more open to feedback. Real-world example. A manager was interviewing candidates, but they were too nervous to perform well. Instead of criticizing, he shared his own embarrassing interview story. Result? The candidates relaxed and performed better. Why this works? It shows you're human. It makes them more open to feedback. It builds rapport. How to apply this today? Don't say, "You're doing this wrong." Do say, "I used to struggle with this too. Here's what helped me." Key takeaway. Admitting one's own mistakes, even when one hasn't corrected them, can help convince somebody to change his behavior. Principle number 4. Ask questions instead of giving orders. Why orders create resistance. The hard truth. People hate being told what to do. Real-world example. A manager wanted an employee to improve, but instead of giving orders, he asked questions. "What do you think we should do to fix this?" Result? The employee came up with the solution and implemented it. Why this works? Questions make people feel in control. They're more likely to own the solution. It builds engagement. How to apply this today? Don't say, do this now. Do say, what do you think we should do? Key takeaway. Asking questions not only makes an order more palatable, it often stimulates the creativity of the person whom you ask. Principle number 5, let them save face, preserve their pride. Why humiliation backfires. The hard truth, people will fight to protect their dignity. Real-world example. An employee made a mistake, but instead of scolding her, the manager thanked her for her effort and expressed faith in her abilities. Result? She fixed the error and improved. Why this works? People crave importance. If you humiliate them, they'll resent you. If you preserve their pride, they'll work harder for you. How to apply this today? Don't say, you messed up. Do say, I know you're capable of great work. Let's fix this together. Key takeaway. Even if we are right and the other person is definitely wrong, we only destroy ego by causing someone to lose face. Principle number 6, praise every improvement, the small wins strategy. Why this works and how to do it right. The hard truth, people crave recognition like food. Real-world example. A manager wanted an employee to improve, so he praised every small win. Result? The employee became one of the best performers. Why this works? Praise and motivation. Small wins, big results. It builds confidence. How to apply this today? Don't say, good job, too vague. Do say, I noticed how you handled that client call. Your patience was incredible. Key takeaway. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Principle number 7, give them a reputation to live up to. Why this works and how to do it. The hard truth, people will act to match the reputation you give them. Real-world example. If you tell someone, you're so trustworthy, people always confide in you. Result? They'll act more trustworthy to live up to it. Why this works? People want to live up to expectations. It builds confidence. It creates self-fulfilling prophecies. How to apply this today? Don't say, you're not good at this. Do say, you have a natural talent for this. Keep going. Key takeaway. Give a dog a bad name and you may as well hang him. Principle number 8, make the fault seem easy to correct. Why this works and how to do it. The hard truth, if you say you'll never be good at this, they'll quit. If you say you're almost there, just a little more practice, they'll keep going. Real-world example. Instead of saying, you're a terrible dancer, say, you have a natural sense of rhythm, just a few more lessons and you'll be amazing. Why this works? Encouragement, motivation. It builds confidence. It makes improvement feel achievable. How to apply this today? Don't say, you're bad at this. Do say, you're getting better every day, keep going. Key takeaway. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Principle number 9. Make them happy about doing what you suggest. Why this works and how to do it. The hard truth, people do things for their reasons, not yours. Real-world example. Instead of saying, subscribe to my channel, say, if you subscribe, you'll get more videos like this to help you grow. Why this works. People act in their own self-interest. If you show them the benefit, they'll act. It's not manipulation, it's collaboration. How to apply this today? Don't say, do this for me. Do say, here's how this will help you. Key takeaway. The only way to influence someone is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Part 4, recap. How to change people without giving offense. 1. Start with praise. It disarms people. 2. Call attention to mistakes indirectly. It preserves pride. By talk about your own mistakes first, it builds rapport. Or ask questions instead of giving orders. It makes them feel in control. Let them save face. It preserves dignity. Praise every improvement. It motivates. Give them a reputation to live up to. It builds confidence. Make the fault seem easy to correct. It encourages improvement. Make them happy about doing what you suggest. It aligns with their self-interest. Your challenge. Pick one of these principles and apply it today. Will you start with praise? Will you ask questions instead of giving orders? Will you praise a small win? Comment below. I'm trying principle task today. Part 5, conclusion, plus key lessons, the mindset shift that changes everything. The biggest lesson from this book. Most people focus on being interesting, winning arguments, getting their way. But the real secret to influence? Being interested. Avoiding arguments. Helping others get what they want. This isn't about manipulation, it's about collaboration. It's not about being fake, it's about being genuine. It's not about control, it's about connection. The 3 most important takeaways. 1. People don't care about you, they care about themselves. Ask questions. Listen deeply. Focus on their needs. 2. Criticism backfires, appreciation builds loyalty. Praise sincerely. Avoid judgment. Encourage improvement. They're the key to influence. Help others get what they want. Solve their problems. Appeal to their self-interest. Make them feel important.